I'll be reacting to Soaring Sky, Precure episode 3. I'll give it like number 4 on Crunchyroll's website. Now, I'll be starting off my reaction in 1-0 go. As to the funny because on Twitter, I checked and apparently the animation director for this episode's really bad, so I wasn't imagining things when I thought the animation quality looked terrible for going into this episode. It's actually one of Precure's worst animation directors. And one that's always worst animation directors to boot. So I like the father though. He's cool. He's cool. Ah, that's cute. I love that. Oh, whoa, the mother's a beauty. All right. Oh yeah, man. I'm already instantly getting a vibe from this episode. From the writing, because even though yes, this will be the worst Whittaker, one of the worst Whittaker directors. Yeah, because it already looks off. Yeah. Oh, oh no. What happened to her girl's face? No. Yeah, because Mastro's face looked off in the distance shot. And don't even get me started on Sora's face. My goodness. What's up, Melly Bloom? Melly Bloom, the episode is so awful looking already. Ugh. I was hoping Pretty Cure fans were joking when they said, I believe the director's name is Aoyama. I mean, I have to look it up later, but I thought they were joking when they said Aoyama's the worst director, but holy cow. Aoyama's that. I think, I mean, I'll check that. I'll check later. But yeah, oof. Oof. At least I think that was the director's name. But yeah, I remember looking it up though and reading up on it. Not it. I know it was some director that is not for Pretty Cure. At least this episode in particular. Well, yeah, already I feel the quality. Ooh. Yeah, it's Aoyama. I looked it up on Twitter. Yeah, it's Aoyama. Oh, oh, that explains it. Ugh. Yeah, I checked it out on Twitter while the opening was playing. It's Aoyama. Aoyama. You almost spelled it right. You almost. You were close. Close. Really close. But yeah, it's Aoyama. Like already the artwork, like with the squiggly lines, like the art already looks off model. The others are still good though. I mean, I like seeing Mastro's parents. That's cool and all. Don't get me wrong, but usually my precursor is when I see a quality dip in animation, I expect it by episode 5 or 6. I'm not expecting animation quality dip already in episode 3. That's quicker than usual. I can only hope that Mastro's animation will look so beautiful. It's gonna make me cry with amazing quality. Hopefully. If I were the girls, I'd be asking, "Where did you get this mirror?" That would be my first question if I were Mashiro. No, I'm serious. I'm surprised some of the girls are asking. Yes! My girl, she's asking the important questions now. Oh! Yo, that's awesome! I'm assuming where Sora comes from. Oh, yeah, again, Mashiro's off model. Well, you can tell because, like, her chin is squiggly. In the earlier episodes, it was much more fine. It didn't look so squiggly, the artwork, when it comes to Mashiro's chin. You know, the grandmother's right. I like that. The in canon explanations to why she didn't explain things earlier on third round actually makes sense. It's logical. I love it. This is topological coherence that I really dig, actually. Okay, okay. Oh, thank you for the full name, Melody Bloom. Now I know, because I know Precure has some good animation stuff called Aoyama, but I don't know if it's, like, first or last name. My girl, my baby, no! What did they do to you? My angel, no! Oh, what happened to my girl Soaring? No, seriously, why is the art this bad? That's weird because episodes 1 and 2 look so damn good. Especially episode 1, woohoo! Close-up shots, it's actually not so bad, though, like, when it really zooms in, the animation direction follows the character design sheets pretty well when it's zoomed in, though. But when it's, like, super far away, it's notice okay, no, okay. Scratch that. Sora's eyes kinda looked a bit derpy. Grandmother looks well drawn, though. For some reason, they can draw the grandmother really well. Man, I like that accessory, it looks cute. That makes me wonder if they sell that accessory as merchandise in an online store. I would buy it. I would either buy that or a Sora or LA or even a Montreal plush. Straight up. I love that name, Yo-Yo. Yeah. Now, okay, I gotta admit, that cute mascot creature thing. Now, oh, it's so beautifully drawn. Oh no, watch it. No! Oh my girls, why? Okay, now it looks decent when they're actually walking through um there's a lot of trees. It actually looks like that. I'm sorry, just some moments in this episode look really off. Other moments look decent. It's like this episode is the max for consistency because it's easy to tell there's some talented animators in this episode, but there's also a lot of animators that make me question how do they pass Toei's standards of hiring? I'm trying to be as nice as possible here. Like I really am. I'm not trying to be mean. If anything, I'm being nicer than usual. Oh, yo, Ellie's got some high occupations here. Oh. Oh, yeah. Yeah, honestly, with the way Mashima handled this, you would think that she would have had a lot of experience with babies. I don't like that. That she's got a natural motherly instinct there. And that's characterized into Mashiro too. Not only that, it shows you Mashiro's got emotional intelligence too. Come on, Mashiro. She deserves to talk a bit and bask in the praise that she received. Wait, is that poisonous? That looks poisonous. Oh! Yeah, wait, that thing is purple. That's how I knew that thing was deadly. That's true, Melody Bloom. You're right. So it'd be like that. Well, then Melody Bloom, so it'd be spending more money on Digimon Ghost Game and One Piece. And I know for Digimon, they don't cheap out like that on Digimon. I swear, Digimon chats are lucky, Melody Bloom. They're so lucky. Then again, I'm on Digimon fan too, but still though. The Digimon fan base is so blessed to have. Oh, oh. But again, this is genuinely a good episode though. Like seeing them raise Ellie is so dang cool. And it's nice seeing Ellie bond not just with Monstro but Sora too. I like how the girls are taking turns. Earlier, Monstro was keeping Ellie amused with the flowers by blowing on it. And then you've got Sora do a bit of her own thing too. This is nice. It doesn't feel like everything just for one individual. I've heard that name Tanaka Jin Metal Bloom. I heard good things about Tanaka Jin. No, it's all good. It's all good. Because right now my second laptop is paralyzed. My second one. Right now, I'm seeking live chat comments because I have my episode on one tab and the chat on another one. I usually have my chat on another laptop. So I want to put it on a slightly smaller size. But even then, I can tell the quality is I like it's like, what's wrong? Yeah, just make it smile. Okay. Seeing Ellie happy makes me happy. But no, seriously though, that visual right there shows off that they're gonna have such a beautiful sister-like relationship, straight up. And you know what? Even though this episode so far isn't that majorly no, it actually kinda is plot oriented, but even like, it's funny, this episode isn't filled to the brim with action and the villains doing things, but this feels, oh, really substantial because we're seeing them bond with Ellie, we're seeing Mashiro do things with Sora, like, hanging out. They feel like besties already. I mean, I like the look at that fit with, like, their eyes looking kinda naughty looks I like that, looks good. And added to the levity and humor there. So that I'll give credit. Even though the animation quality isn't the best, the storyboarding is good because you can tell the storyboarding is good just given the fact that characters are given comedic faces when it's appropriate, or even this bit where it's slow-mo. Even though, yeah, the slow-mo for Sora ain't the best because if they were better animated, obviously you'd have her hair moving too. Like when her arm's moving, you would have her left arm and shoulder slightly move the hair a little bit, but it's still decent. I hope she doesn't hurt her hand. That looks like it. Oh! Yes! I just hope no kid watching this in Japan tries that. Tries to punch a boulder. Whew! Oh. Yo! Oh, okay, hopefully it's a cool appearance, Melody Bloom. For me, I did not look up any spoilers at all, so I'm hyped because that means I'll be surprised. Oh, it's the it's the future bacon. You know, I know his name is Collinson, but Kaba Beyond sounds way better. I like that continuity too. Because Ellie, I like how she has a fear of Kabuton, and that's good character development for her because she's already feeling fear with someone that gave her a completely uncomfortable experience. Shows us Ellie does have good abilities of perception to be able to instantly do stuff like that, which is nice. That we do, Melody Bloom. I can't even make a joke. If we had a chicken villain, I'd say we'd have bacon mixed with, or I'll make a joke saying we would have a bacon omelet. We need it so I can make the bacon omelet jokes. I really hope we get a chicken-based villain because the jokes would write themselves, Melody Bloom. Oh, all that. Or even Ham. I would settle for having Ham as a villain. Oh man. Just I just hope if we get another villain, we get either a ham villain, a chicken villain, or even a turkey. Oh man, I can make so many jokes with that. I swear, I love how every single time he transforms, it looks like I don't know why, but it reminds me of Watch Magi's transformation. Like when the character's about to like do a performance of greatness. It's give me them vibes, and I love those vibes. Because as you all know, I actually really did adore Watch Magi. Oh no, man, that was my heart. I don't know how much serious I can take it. Oh man, the music is always damn good too. You know how I have like here in the background, it looks so cool, like your sky lettering. You can't tell me it's better font there, in my personal opinion. Okay, I got it. The dodging animation is actually decent. That's cool, but I hope we get one in this series though. Another one. I hope. I want one so badly. Like the main one. Oh, I know it's not boxing though. Boxing knows. Like some bits are good. Like when she was launching the ground attack, that was good. But then the animation when she does the punch is weak. Again, this episode is kind of strange. There are really some talented animators mixed in with some animators that are like this animation, which is launching, it actually doesn't look bad. Save for maybe a little bit of inconsistent facial shots, but for the most part, it's there's some work put behind it. Yo, that was nice. The way she grabbed it and kicked it. Yo, that is beautiful storyboarding right there. Because that's creativity. Right there, straight up. And I like creativity too, where she like either stops away some of the attacks or kicks it too. Again, that's the type of creativity I appreciate. This is something I will give this series credit. This episode has a weaker animation director, but it's not just straight up failing from an action standpoint completely. I like how in this episode, there's at least creativity in the writing so that even with the animation not looking pretty, it's still engaging to watch. I'll take my hats off. My girl. And look at Go doing it. Wow, that's disgusting, man. Well, what? How the pretty people that's actually confident? Oh, I feel bad. You know you messed up when even so okay, yeah, so it looked a little bit off when she was talking there, like, but regardless, this is still a well-written scene. And my goodness, Joey, thank you. You had a villain that was actually gonna try again. That's such a rarity. You have a villain that would try again in the same episode. I'm impressed. The writing is really good because in your usual vanilla Precure series, you would have a villain. They would try once, they would lose, and then they would just run away. Sabaton is the Chad. Like the dude lost, super petty, wanted to fight again, but his stomach couldn't handle it. That right there is organic writing that respects its audience because it's like, okay, yeah, the villain's not a complete joke. I mean, that's why I love that scene. Yes, it may be chalked up to humor, but that's subtle right there. That's subtle. It's like you're gonna say konnichiwa. I like that Ellie's like, "Oh, aw." Okay, I got miscut. No, okay, I got me. This is actually emotional. I wanna see your opinions again. Man, this right here, this actually hits pretty hard right here. That's actually a good scene here because already Masha is able to relate to Ellie because obviously our girl feels similar because she'd probably wanna see her family in person too. There are a lot of nuances here. And you know something I love about here too? I love this is actually emphasizing familial bonds because some of the Precure series never really established familial bonds. If they do it superficial, some of them, not all of them. I'd say if you ask my personal opinion, Healing Good actually kinda did do no, it wasn't Healing Good. Delicious did a decent job on handling familial relationships. Feeling Good could have used a bit of work, and Tropical was decent, but here, they're really making it a strength here. I love this nuanced writing. Yeah, it is Molly Bloom Life. The writing in the season is amazing. The thing is, though, that type of writing Molly Bloom should be a standard. It shouldn't just be in plot-oriented episodes. I'm glad this series, though, is making it a standard, though. Like this nice, relatable writing. Because long distance communication is something that a lot of children would have to deal with. So already, this makes that series age better. And saying that, I really do hope so. I hope we can see her parents. Wait, what? Yes! Delicious smile! Woo! Yeah, yeah. My, my, my queen. I was gonna give this an 8.5 out of 10, but I'll bump it up to a 9 out of 10 because it's pure precious, y'all. It's pure precious. Well, anyways, here's why the episode was fantastic, though. Was the animation that yes, but well, here's the thing, though. It was bad during the talking scenes, but for the action scenes, though, the animation was average, and I'll take that. Like, I'll take an episode that completely messes up the talking scenes, but for the scenes that mattered, like for the fights, it was mostly average. And for the scene where Ellie was crying, it actually looked pretty good. So, yeah, this episode was really consistent. It was visually the weakest, but the running made up for it because now we find out that, yeah, we find out the origins of Mashio's grandmother. Yeah, she is from Skyland. It straight up confirms it. I love how it doesn't keep it a secret. So we get important answers instantly. What Mashiro and Ella are going through are pretty relatable when it comes to long distance relationships. That's actually pretty cool. I love how you see our girls cheer up Ellie at the end of the episode. Shows you maturity from both of our main girls, so already to make both of our main girls lovable. And all in all, the villain is even competent too because Bakuton tried to actually attack again, but he couldn't because someone wouldn't let him. So all in all, great writing, and that's what those 9 out of 10 were the episode. Yes, the animation looks better. Yes. Oh, so much better. Holy cow. Thank you. Thank you. It looks consistent now. Yes. Back to normal quality again. Oh, thank goodness. Okay. Thankfully, Medley Bloom. Next week looks, whoa, it looks way better. There's there ain't any of that inconsistent artwork. But no, all jokes aside, though, this is a well written episode because this episode really respected its audience. Kabuton. Yeah, okay, not okay. You're making me forget the name now, Medley Bloom. I swear, if next week I react to the episode and I call him Bakutan, I will blame you. It'll be your fault. I'll be like, no, it's. And then we're just if I were to like get the name mixed up, I'd be like, it's your fault. Yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if some people do call him by the wrong name. But no. Overall, this episode was delightful because here's something else that the episode did great too. What this episode did magnificently is the creativity in the fights because yeah, I did. I blame people like you, Medley Bloom. And I blame Sora. I blame you and Sora for that. I'm like, y'all, we gotta make it a rule to call him Gobuton because if not, we're all gonna mess up. We can't. But anyways, here's what I loved about this episode too, though. What also made this episode incredible was also the fact that the creativity in the fights, like seeing our girl mix it up with punching some of the Kabuton summons attacks with fists, kicks, is creative because it's like, okay, we're not seeing characters spam the same attack over and over again. We see characters utilize their brain, their intelligence, their full body to win fights, and that's what I love. Because something Soaring Sky also has is the fights are physical, aside from creative, and that's what I enjoy. That's why this episode may not have the best animation, but the storyboarding was good because, don't ever mention that name again, Delicious Field. No, I get nightmares, Melly, but when I hear Delicious Field. Now, when I hear Delicious Smile, I'll smile. I'm like, yeah, Delicious Smile, wee. But when I hear those words, that would be cool. I wouldn't mind seeing a fight that starts at like sunset and goes into nighttime. Well, hey, I think we might get lucky. Yeah, I remember Tropical Rogue really did deliver a lot of good stuff to its credit. Like Tropical Rogue Precure is my favorite Precure that I've seen so far. Although this series, if it continues its pacing, it will be my fave. It will be my fave. So there is that going for it. Straight up in the bloom. Oh yeah. Now what is the? That's true. That's true. You're right, Melly Bloom, and I'm happy about that, yo. And that's something else I enjoy about this episode too, like the environment. And here's something else about storyboarding that I'm impressed with. What makes the storyboarding impressive was the last few episodes, the fights have been involved in like an urban area. I like how now we get to see a natural rural area instead. And I love the irony too. It feels poetic that in this specific episode, Kabuton was done in by Mother Nature. Like literally, this guy that is a disturbance to nature, ironically enough. Oh, that's pretty nice, my Bloom. I didn't know that. Thank you for the info. But the beauty about Kabuton losing too was he literally gets taken out by Mother Nature. Like, no joke. Like, the dude might have been able to get the upper hand, but I won't even say arrogance, just its desperation, without even taking into consideration doing any research on how the earth works, what's poisonous. He gets himself done in by not having knowledge, and he poisons himself, at least his stomach. That's the beauty of it all, because there's also another moral lesson to people, too. It's like, don't just take things out of the floor. Research. Don't just eat things. And that's another good message that this episode has. That's why the writing in this episode is so multi-layered. It ain't just, oh, yeah, we found out where Mastro's grandmother's from. It ain't just, oh, yeah, the fight has creative choreography. It ain't just, we have fights. Oh, that's actually pretty awesome. Melly Bloom. It ain't just that. It's even the little details, too, with how enemies are taken down. Like, the way characters like Kabuton are defeated, it's respectful. And that's why I love this episode. And yeah, that's true. It's also gluttony. It's gluttony and desperation. I think it's a mix of gluttony and not researching. And, that's fitting. It's fitting that gluttony would do Kabuton in because Kabuton was serious. Yeah. True with that, Melly Bloom. And that really is the beauty of this episode. Like, the villain got taken down because of gluttony. It would. It definitely would. And now that Melly Boom, he lost because of his lack of knowledge. Because had Kabuton been knowledgeable, had he bothered just instead of going straight to the Earth realm to destroy it, well, not destroy, but cause chaos, he would have just researched the era he was in. He would have had a upper hand too. So not just gluttony, his pride did him in too. That's what made this episode great. Like the villains, pretty much, like the villains, they lose not because they lack intelligence, but because they're prideful and they got done in by sins and all that. And that's what I loved about this episode. It ain't just, oh yeah, the action was kind of cool. Pretty much, my Bloom. And that's why this episode, yes. Yeah, essentially, my Bloom. And that's what made the loss just all the more fun to watch. And again, that moment where Ellie was crying really got to me because it's like, oh man, it just makes me want to see this baby like not cry and be happy. So that's overall. I gotta give the episode 9 out of 10. Like straight up, it was phenomenal stuff. And I'm hyped to see what they're gonna do for the next one. Y'all can bank on that. But anyways, right before I go, though, I'll say thank you to Mentally Bloom for commenting on the live chat. Thank you everyone else for also watching my video. And I hope you'll have a fantastic day or night, y'all. And I also hope it's filled with delicious smiles. But anyways, thank you so much for watching, y'all. And bye-bye, everyone.